be in control. I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back. I'm not gonna waste any more mascara on you. I'm not gonna waste any more mascara on you.
Hey friends, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you a look that is inspired by the very popular lunch sandwich, the PB&J. Here you can see on my eyes I got some like purples and like some warm orangey colors, and that's to resemble peanut butter and jelly. So yeah, for today's look I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, and I really love the look of this palette, by the way. For this tutorial I'm going to mainly incorporate these two colors for the jelly and also this color for the peanut butter look. So yeah, let's get started. So here's what the palette looks like. I really love the packaging because it looks really elegant to me, and it's also really pretty. So it's just basic white packaging with some silver like kind of holographic lettering on it. And I believe there are 35 different shades included in this palette. And then on the back there are all the different shade names that are included with it. Here's what it looks like on the inside. It looks super pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I really love the color range in this palette. I feel like there's a lot of different colors, so you can experiment with tons of different looks, whether it be neutral or bolds, which I really appreciate because I love both looks equally, I think. So the top of the palette mostly consists of like shimmery and also like warm tone shades that would be good as like transition colors or lid colors. And then as we get to the bottom, we encounter some more smoky colors like browns and the blacks. There's also some really cool bold colors like that would add cool pops of color to like an eyeshadow look and stuff. So yeah, let's test some of these eyeshadows. Okay guys, so let's jump right into the tutorial with this mustard yellow color called Creamsicle. It's a really pretty kind of like the perfect fall color that you would wear like a mustard colored sweater. So yeah, we're gonna use that as a transition color with a clean blending brush and buff that right into our crease. Right off the bat, I do notice that the brush picks up a lot of product, so do be careful and don't apply too much of this since it's only a transition color. Alright, so I'm just going to start buffing this right into the crease, kind of smoking it out a little bit because I want it to blend really well with the other colors and act as a base for the next color that we're going to apply. When I like to blend, I like to use windshield wiper motions or also like circular motions. I really don't have a preference as to which one I use. I use both of them equally just to make sure all of the colors buffed out. So next up, I'm going to be taking the shade called Hunt right there, and it's a really pretty kind of burnt red orange shade, and it's kind of fiery. So we're going to put it right here in the crease and also blend it a little bit toward the inner corner as well. For this color, I'm making sure to keep it mostly on the outer edge of my eye and just to like kind of smoke it out as much as possible because we really do want to blow this color out. Like that. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more on this eye because I feel like it needs a little bit more on the outer corners. So now that that's done, I'm just gonna take the shade right underneath it called Jax, and it's a really pretty, more so kind of like maroon color. I'm really bad at describing colors. I'm so sorry, but this color is what we're going to be using on the outer V of the eye just to intensify and add some dimension. Okay, so now that that's blended out, I'm just gonna start blending out all of the rough edges here just to make sure everything is really smooth and kind of buttery on the eyes. We don't want any creasing right here, okay? We need it to be as smooth as possible. Okay, so this is looking really good right now. Next up, I'm gonna take up a mixture of a shade called Chip and also Soda Pop and mix that together and also put it on the outer corner of my crease just to intensify it just a bit more. Just a tip, make sure to have a very light hand when you apply this color because it does like apply a lot on the brush. Also, also make sure to blend this out really well because, again, we do not want any harsh edges in this look, okay? But I did find with this palette, these dark colors were a lot easier to blend than some other palettes that I have, which is really cool because dark colors are a little bit harder to blend out, but this one doesn't need much blending at all, which I like. I don't know if anybody else has this struggle, but like trying to remember the steps I did to recreate a look is like so difficult. Oh my gosh. So I think what I did last time is I dipped into this royal blue shade right here. It's so pretty and has like the slightest bit of shimmer to it, which I love. Oh my gosh. Literally, it looks like a sapphire royal blue color and it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, once I get this on my lids, it'll look a little bit more purple, but that's kind of the look that we're going for since it is like peanut butter and jelly. Get it? But yeah, we're just gonna apply that all over the lid. Gonna take it up with like a little shader brush and I'm just gonna pat it on in like little patting motions. Yeah.
Did anybody else just see that? Oh my god, I think this room is haunted. Be right back.
I'm just gonna take a lot of that blue shade onto my shader brush and just pat gently onto the eye to distribute the color evenly. Now I'm gonna focus this color mostly on my lid area. I'm not gonna go past my transition colors, and then we'll blend it all out a little bit later. Like, look how gorgeous that color is. Oh my gosh. I think like this might be my favorite eyeshadow color of all time. So pretty. I know it looks more blue in the eyeshadow palette, but once you apply it, it really does look more purple, which is why we're calling this a peanut butter and jelly look, if you get me. But yeah. Funny story, one of my friends actually commented after I posted a picture of this look on my Instagram, and she was like, was this look inspired by peanut butter and jelly? And then I thought about it. And I was like, well, now it is. Tell me that did not just happen. Oh my god. So as you can see, there was some fallout and I accidentally smeared it and now it looks like I have a black eye. But no worries, we will go back in with that later and fix it up with some concealer. Okay, so next I'm just going to take a little brush. I know this is a lip lining brush, but I feel like this applies color really evenly because it is a little bit patchy in some areas. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that blue color again on this brush instead and just start patting it on my eye to intensify the color a little bit more. This brush is also really good because it gets in like the very little corner, which is so hard to reach with like a big shader brush. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but it makes a huge difference with the shader brush and without the shader brush. Like here you can see the color is way more pigmented. So now I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit of concealer and fix up that little purpley area that I got with that fallout. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I just basically went up and fixed that little spot with a little bit of concealer. That way we won't have any blue spots on my face that will look like bruises. So yeah, we'll move on to the next step right now. Taking that same little lip brush from before, I'm just going to dip into the shade called Royalty, which is a really royal purple color, to add a little bit of shimmer right on the middle of the lid. It's going to be very subtle, but also it will make a difference in making this blue looking more purple and like jelly. So I'm just taking a little bit more of the shade Hunts from before, which was that burnt red color, and I'm just going to buff the purple with the transition color so it's more smooth. The payoff that it gives is so beautiful, and the colors work really well together. Okay, so since I blended out all of the eyeshadows, of course the blue color got a little bit washed away, so I'm just going to dip back into that blue color and reapply a little bit more. And lastly, to help finish off the eyes, I'm just going to go back into that same color as before, and I'm just going to smoke out my lower lash line. Okay, so we're gonna go back in with Soda Pop right here on the outer edges just to add some more dimension and to make it a bit more dramatic, as if it needed it. Lastly, to finish off the eyes completely, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the shade called Obsessed, which is a super pretty like kind of champagne with a pink shimmer undertone to it. So I'm just gonna pop that color on the inner corners and also use it to highlight my brow bone. It's more of like, I would say, a glitter highlight than a shimmer highlight, so yeah. So highlight and eyeshadow is done. Now I'm just gonna pop on a pair of lashes and I'll be right back. For today, I'm gonna be using my Ardelle Natural lashes. These are super nice because they really do look really natural, and once you put mascara on them, girl, let me tell you, it is so voluminous. Oh my gosh.
I got both of them on. Ah! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Oh my god, thank God. I was literally like beginning to lose my patience. You have no idea.
So next I'm just gonna blend my fake lashes with my natural lashes by using a curling, what is this called? Eyelash curler. To make the lashes look a bit fluffier, I'm just gonna add a little bit of my Roller Lash mascara. This is like one of my all-time favorite mascaras because it curls my own lashes, which point straight downward, so it's really good for curling my lashes and keeping the curl all day long. Okay guys, so now that the lashes are on and the eyes are done, they look so freaking pretty and I love it so much. So now we're just gonna move on to the cheeks and then we'll be done. For today, I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing cream. So it looks like this inside and I really been loving it, and there might be an e.l.f. video coming up soon, so stay tuned guys. To contour for today, I'm just gonna be using this e.l.f. brush. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like this, and it's more of a fluffy brush than like a dense brush, so it's really good for like kind of blending the contour into the cheeks, I feel like, because it's not too harsh, but it does give a really nice contour. Okay, so I'm just gonna dip my brush into this brown shade. You don't need too much because it does deposit a lot on the brush. So yeah, I'm just gonna take about this much and start contouring my cheeks. So next up is blush, and I'm just going to be taking this blush in the palette and like a big kind of fluffy brush to just distribute the product evenly over my cheeks. To finish off the cheeks, I'm just going to be taking this e.l.f. highlighter in Rose Glow. It's super pretty and I love the color. It's kind of like a champagne pale pink color. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this on my cheeks, a little bit on my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, a little bit on my chin. Y'all know the deal. I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. highlighting brush that I got along with it. Alright guys, so to finish off this makeup look, lastly we have the lips, and for that I'm going to be using a NYX product, which is a lipstick in the shade Beach Casual, and it's a really nude lipstick. I thought that I'd tone this look down since it's so dramatic with the eyes already, so I'm going to go ahead over my lips and apply this. To accentuate the purple in my eyes for the jelly, I thought that I'd add a little bit of lip gloss on top just to make it look kind of like shiny, like how jelly would in a PB&J. So for that, I'm going to be taking the Marc Jacobs lip gloss in Sugar Sugar, and I'm just going to apply that over top of my lips. Alright guys, so here is the completed look of my PB&J inspired makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I loved doing this tutorial because it kind of reminds me of like my childhood, and it was definitely a throwback for me, so I hope it was a throwback for you all as well. So if you guys like this makeup tutorial, please give it a big thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and also leave me a comment, and I'd love to answer back. Until next time, that is all for today's video. I love you all so much. Have a nice day, guys. Bye!